that on record?
Get that on record.
That's TV material there.
Hey, honestly, Jez, I'm gonna fucking...
The bigger man versus the smaller man.
What is it like sparring Andy Lee though, genuinely? Is he good?
Yeah,
he's a good fighter.
Is he?
Do you know what he is? He's technically, he does everything he does right, everything.
Is it?
Hello?
Does he bang as well? Is he
I think he punches well. I've sparred with him,
What was the
so
sparring like?
sparring went well.
Was it equal? Was it like...
Yeah, it was, to be fair. Like, I don't know if he was going 100% though, so
Yeah.
you know, it's one of them ones.
Yeah, but still, it's fucking quality sparring, isn't it?
You don't get better sparring than that though.
Literally,
You know what I mean?
champions. Football training compared to boxing. When footballers say about doing boxing training compared to boxers doing football training, it's the different.
Oh, it's totally different. Yeah, massively. Because there's this, but then it's totally different fitness because when I go and play football on a Monday, it's like, you know, I get absolutely shattered running up and down the pitch. So you know, when I'm doing my normal boxing work, you know, I get through my sessions because I'm used to it. That's the sort of training I'm used to doing.
What's training saying with Adam?
Really good at the moment. I've just started camp on Monday, so I spoke to him Tuesday properly, and he's going to get through to Frank and that, and hopefully get me a date. They said something about end of May, start of June. So all I can do is wait, and hopefully I get a good fight. Yeah. You know, I'm ready to push on now.
Start pushing on, yeah.
I want to push on now, you know.
Because you've had your little like apprenticeship kind of thing.
Yeah, I've done 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-rounders, you know.
And then you've had a fight against.
I had that Macaulay McGowan 8-rounder, so I'm just ready. It was a good fight, you know. It was a good fight. I'm just ready to push on now and get a couple of names out there, you know. I want to fight against another prospect, really, you know. Obviously, you lot would have seen the other day. I called Conor Ben out.
What's that all saying then?
Nothing's really come about. Well, they ain't going to straight away, but he tweeted in that, and we just
that's been brewing for a
little tweet saying he went, you said that you need a name. He said, I don't know who you are, and I just told him basically I'll smash him. Simple as that.
But didn't he say about you need to have a few more fights before you fight too? That's why I didn't.
Yeah, he did
really
say that, and I didn't understand it considering he's only had 6 fights. So it's like,
and you've ranked higher than
8 on. Well, he's 48 in Britain, and I'm 28 in Britain. So
doesn't make any sense.
You know, no, of course it don't. But at the end of the day, I'm just.
You just got to keep doing your thing and you keep winning.
Just keep plugging away and hopefully I'll get a decent fight.
Yeah. So has training changed since you've been with Adam? Is it like...
massively. I've improved so much, you know. I'm starting to use my feet a lot more instead of... if you see in my last fight compared to the McGowan fight, I got quite flat quite quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say,
in my last fight I started getting my feet, moving my feet a little bit more, and with Adam it's all about keeping strong legs, and you know, and instead of looking kind of all lackadaisical in the ring. So sparring, well, through my last camp, I was sparring Andy Lee, Billy Joe. I'd done a few rounds with. You know, Josh Kelly, I don't know if you've heard of him, Olympian, you know.
Pretty boy, he called him something.
PBK, baby. So yeah, nice. It's all going good. You couldn't get better sparring, you know. I spar with I'm improving massively, 100%. So
I bet you can't wait to show people on the biggest stage.
I just want that. Once I get that kick now, I need another prospect, and then I need that kick to move forward. You know, so if I get that name, get that win under my belt, and start moving on to titles now. I've had 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-rounders, you know. I think it's time now
to just push on and get your name out there even more, innit? Because your last show was on a Goodwin show, wasn't it?
Yeah, on a Goodwin show, you know. I'm with Frank, but I've had nothing back from Nain yet, so
you need to fight.
You know, I need to fight.
Yeah, of course.
You know, get out there a little bit, but
definitely.
You know, I'll have to just wait. But how long will I have to wait for?
Yeah. What?
How do you keep your motivation? So, you know, if you have got a fight coming up, you've got something to aim at.
Well, what keeps me aiming at the moment and keeps me positive and keeps me moving forward is obviously the likes of the move to Adam Booth. You know, I ain't gonna get better than that. You know, and then the likes of the people round me keeps me motivated in the gym, and I'm undefeated and I know what I want. You know, I haven't been beat yet, so. But I haven't had that opportunity, so when I get that opportunity, I'll make sure I take it with both hands.
Would you say we've seen?
And start moving into titles. So that's what I need. And if I don't get that opportunity, I just have to, you know, hopefully kick all a few people out now and start piping up a little bit, because being quiet is not really getting me anywhere.
Yeah, and your brother's not necessarily quiet, is he?
No, definitely not.
Whoa! You start picking on me now, lads, yeah? Get yourself your audition.
But yeah, it seems like these days everyone's kind of getting their fights through social media.
Everyone's getting their fights through social media, and me being quiet ain't getting me anywhere. So I feel like I've just got to, call some people out now, and then see where it goes.
And that's only
Even
just getting
though
started, isn't it?
Both of our opponents were nowhere near as good as what we should be in with. Just the way we composed, like the way that we was nice and composed. The way we
Didn't really rush our work.
Yeah, we didn't rush our work. We actually looked like we was boxing. It was an art. Do you know what I mean? We was breaking down our opponent.
That's what Adam. I feel like if he was my coach, I feel like I want to impress him because he's been there and he's done it. You want to do what he's telling you to do.
This is the best thing with being in the gym with good fighters, yeah, because he's being impressed by good fighters all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Josh Kelly looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ryan Burnett looks unbelievable. Jez looks unbelievable. Lucian looks unbelievable. Me, like, not so unbelievable. But right. But what I'm saying, yeah, is like we're all trying to be the star in the gym.
Yeah.
And it's not jealousy, but it's like if someone performs and he shows a little bit more,
competitiveness, innit?
and he shows a little bit more like time into somebody else, you think, I want that bit of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it makes you think, right, now I've got to show him. I've got to fucking dig down deep, and I've got to have a go with that.
It's quite different because do you remember always in the past, I think you used to say you like.
I like training on my own. I always used to like training on my own, but now if I was in the gym, I'd hate it.
Yeah.
Hate being on my own.
What about you? What do you prefer?
I prefer being in the gym with everyone.
With everyone.
Yeah, I've never really been that sort of person to train on my own.
Yeah.
When I was with my previous coach, Dave, it used to be a lot of one-to-one and stuff like that. And in the end, I felt like I wanted to be around people. If you're around good fighters, it makes you. So it pushes you a lot more.
Like you said,
when I'm in the gym with these lot, like Mitchell, Josh, Charlie, Billy, like when Andy's there, it just, when you're looking at each other, it just makes you bounce off each other, because if one's doing this, you push each other.
Yeah, and you want to do better than what they're doing.
Like I said, like the other day when I had another interview, I said if you could take a little bit out of every fighter and put that into like one, imagine how good you could be. Because there's certain things that we all do different. That someone's good. It is like with Josh and his footwork is unbelievable. He technique-wise, and if you could just pick up little things off each fighter.
And that's must be the aim of what you're trying to do.
Of course.
Take a bit out of everyone.
What about Adam's style in the corner? So
I haven't had Adam in my corner yet. So because the last time I fought, I had Roger because Andy Lee was fighting on the Golovkin undercard. So Adam had to go between.
What I've noticed with Adam in the corner is it's just like, I done everything right when I was in the ring, so I've not experienced having to be down or I've not had to have him panic yet. But even I've seen him through the years be in with the likes of Andy Lee when he got put over by Quillen. Andy Lee when he was being hurt by John Jackson, and even then it's like he takes it in his stride. He sits you down and he explains to you what you're doing wrong, instead of actually having someone rearing in your face. Right, well, we need to do this, we need to do that. Could you imagine sitting down, knowing in your head, Jesus, I'm being fucking clashed here. but then actually sitting down and someone going, right, listen, this is what we've got to do, and if you do this, you're going to.
There's no really panic.
It calms you down. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was in the ring, even though I was doing everything right, it felt so good. Do you know what I mean? I felt like, I'm doing something right.
He's giving you specific instructions.
Specific stuff, and
a lot of coaches are shouting.
So many different things. You know what I mean? So many different things to be throwing in. So many different things to be throwing in, like do this, do that, do this, do that. But you can't sit down in a corner 45 seconds
Screaming at someone.
and be able to nail 8 things the next round.
Yeah, of course.
He throws two or three things maximum at you.
Yeah, do that.
Do you know what I mean? Like that time when I stopped that kid in my last fight, going into the round before I stopped him, he just said, just pull off with his jab and start letting go of your right hand.
Yeah.
And it was in that round that I started slipping off and throwing my right hand, and the next round he didn't come out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he quit on his stall, didn't he?
Yeah, he quit on his stall, but he seems.
I wish that time when he boxed on that time he quit on his stall. McGowan, that was a tough fight.
Yeah, he looked like a tough fight, man. It looked like after the 3rd round you were knackered.
Yeah,
tired quite early.
I kind of. I didn't really, no excuses on that. I didn't really like condition myself great.
Yeah,
for
that's
that
what I was gonna say.
fight.
Was
The
it?
training went well, but it was the sort of diet and the food that was put in my body. And at the end of the day, like you know, if you got a petrol car and you're putting diesel in it, you're gonna ramp up, is it? So,
no, of course not.
You know, I didn't perform to my best, so I kind of blew my load after
But-
the second round. To be fair, yeah, it was like.
I've been there a few times.
You know, I wish now, when I look back at it numerous times, I wish I didn't catch him with that shot.
You got him early, didn't you?
I said to Adam, to be fair, Adam mentioned it the other day about it, and he said it would the shot that caused it was the left hook before. That caused it, and then I kind of smothered it a little bit, and then he dropped. And I just wish if I didn't catch him so quick, like earlier on in the fight, I wouldn't have got carried away. Like, because I wish I kind of hurt him in the later rounds or something, because I hurt him quite early.
Yeah.
And I thought that I could just, you know, jump on top of him, and it was an inexperience of me that just smothered my work instead of creeping up to him, take my time, and all I had to do really then is catch him with a couple of clean shots after, you know, and then I would have probably got rid of him.
Yeah.
But I smothered my work, blew my load, and then, you know, kind of.
But I mean,
the next 6 rounds, I done what I had to do. You know, I had to dig deep in that fight, and I think I proved to a lot of people that there's probably a lot of people out there that. Thought I didn't deserve the draw, but I couldn't care what they think. But there was a lot of people, that like me said, they would have folded and crumbled. But I dug deep. I had to dig deep, you know. There was times, I'm not going to lie, in that fight that I haven't said before, that I had to bite my gum short and go, how much do you want this in my own head, you know. I've never said that to anyone else, like with interview or anything like that. But it was times in that fight, not necessarily hurt, but I had to dig deep and say, how much do you want this? Are you going to flake on yourself here?
And you proved it yourself.
And I proved this myself, you know. I knew I was tough. I knew I'm always tough. Like, people know that about me.
Yeah.
But I did have to dig deep in that fight. But
You're pretty heavy
if the fight,
as well, aren't you?
yeah, I do punch hard. I think I punch extremely hard.
What's your record now?
I've had 9 fights, 8 wins, 1 draw. So
how many knockouts?
only 3. You know, but I'd like to.
But you hit harder than that. It's not a lot.
Oh yeah, because you had a few more knockouts. Don't worry about that.
I'll take over 50% knockouts. I'll take that.
Super featherweight, you're knocking out runts. Like, come on, man. Get involved with the big boys. Like, move up, and then, you know what I mean?
People don't realise I walk around at 14 stone. No wonder I'm falling over 9 stone hobbits.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Hopefully I get a chance to put that draw right, you know, if the fight happens.
Would you want that next?
I think it's a fight. I think it's a fight that as long as you can get it, as long as he can get the fight, I think it's a fight that he needs to get out of his way. I mean, in terms of me and George Jupp, listen, I've tried so many times to get my draw, to put my wrong right, and there's nothing I don't think I can do that we'll be able to take. He won't take the fight. It's not going to happen. But I think if he can get the fight, it's definitely something that he wants.
I've mentioned it. Yeah, I've mentioned it numerous times now in interviews.
All he
it's
can do
not.
is be a little bit of a better opposition,
Yeah.
and then throw it at him. Listen, I want to read that. I want to fucking redeem myself.
People keep saying to me, "Oh, are you avoiding the fight?" Like, I've never once avoided it. I've said that it's the fight I want.
Yeah.
So if it can happen, then it'll happen. So, but I think it'll have to be the right weight as well. Because I'm not going. I heard he's competing at like middleweight now. So
You don't need to go up there, do you?
I'm not going to be competing at light middleweight. I'll probably be competing between welterweight and light welterweight.
Yeah.
So you know, in my head, you know, I spoke to Adam about. I think I can make light welterweight.
Yeah.
People are saying that it's
What does Adam
impossible
want you
for
to do?
me. Adam thinks I can do light welterweight, but I remember at the moment I'm still walking around at 11 stone. So and I don't look big, you know, and my diet's. I'll know roughly in about 4 or 5 weeks, because I've just started like properly dieting again, and you know, with training, and I'll know what weight I can make in 4 or 5 weeks. But for my next fight, I want to make 10 stone 5. So, and then we'll see if I'm either perform at that. If I can perform well still and bring my power down to 10 stone 5, then I'll know if I can make 10 stone. If I can't, then I'll have to.
Because that's the important thing, isn't it? Going down the weight and then keeping the weight up, keeping the power.
It's all about keeping the strength, I think.
Yeah.
So. But if I have to go to, you know, if the fight could happen with McGowan, I'll be happy to fight between 10-8
I think you need
anyway,
a belt with that for that fight though. I As soon as that fight
To be
finished,
fair,
I thought,
I'm not actually.
even a
I'm not.
WBO
I'm not bothered. You know, I said before it could be worth a title, but now I'm not bothered if it's for a title or not.
Because
I
you
want to
can't
put
fight
things
for an
right.
area title,
I want to
can
put
you couldn't because he's from up there, isn't he?
I want to just put things to bed with that, you know,
And then
move on from it.
'Cause what-
You know, prove that I'm a classer act than him, and you know, if we get in the ring again, I will prove that.
Because I don't think you were 100% in that fight. I'd say you.
Well,
what percent of that? What gear?
I'm not being rude, yeah. That's the best Macaulay McGowan you're going to see in that fight. He had to pull it out the bag.
Yeah.
I know it was only 2 rounds, but I thought I won the first, won the second with a 10-8, and then 4, 5 he come a little bit strong, 6 was a bit strong. He had to dig deep in that fight as well.
Yeah, of course.
So he had to bring the best out of himself in that fight.
Yeah, and I don't think that was your best.
So,
that was
and it
not
wasn't my
best
best
at all, was
because
it?
I think he showed everything he had that night.
Yeah,
He
that's
threw
what I'm trying to
every
say,
card he had on the table,
But
and I
Jez
think
didn't-
he knows that Jez didn't turn up, and he knows the whole outcome of that was the fact that Jez did blow his load in the second round, and the only reason why he had half a chance is because of he done that. Because if Jez was a little bit more conditioned and a little bit more fitter and didn't do that, Jez would have breezed that whole
Which
fight,
we
because
can
it was
see
the best
now
he
again.
looked in all of his fights. It was the best Jez looked.
Put everything into it.
Yeah.
I got back to that corner and then I was
That's
like,
fuck.
I got 6
Takes a
rounds to
while,
go,
yeah.
you know, and
Shit.
it's like he knew that, so that's why he kept coming forward. You know, if you don't know what I'm not saying the outcome, you know, whatever the outcome could have been, but I thought it would have been totally different if I didn't blow my load really in the second round.
Good learning experience.
It was a
isn't
massive learning fight for me. You know, like Mitch said, he had to learn from a loss. I've learned from a draw, so
It's true.
I only got better since then. And obviously, since moving to Adam, I've come on as a fighter. I think massively. I've improved massively, and now I just need that fight to prove to everyone what level I'm at. Because at the moment.
No one really
At the
knows.
moment, you don't really know what level I'm at.
Yeah,
People don't know nothing because I've only fought since the McGowan. I've had nothing since except I've boxed another journeyman.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I am until they throw something at me.
Yeah.
But I need to get that opportunity. So
How many fights
if
do you
there's
want
any
this year?
welterweights out there, prospects, let's go. Let's get it on. Let's fight. You know, I just got to start calling everyone out. I think I'm too nice
Get
behind
rowdy,
it.
get rowdy on
I'm too nice on Twitter, and I don't do all them sort of like tweets and Facebook and you know with interviews. I don't call fighters out because I don't need to. I respect every fighter, but I feel like now I've got to just put some names out there. I think.
You don't have to be disrespectful in doing
But I'm not.
You don't have to be a Mitchell Smith.
Hang on, who said that?
Nah, but on a serious note, listen, I've done a lot of growing up over the past year and a half, and you know, you don't have to be disrespectful in doing it, because at the end of the day, putting 2 faces on a photo and saying, right, this fight's going to happen or this fight can happen doesn't attract attention. The actual fact of 2 fighters actually saying, right, I want to fight you, yeah, well, let's do it. That causes attraction. Don't have to do it in a disrespectful way, but nowadays that's what boxing is becoming. But then the other thing that's ruining boxing is you have so many people that want to actually have these 50-50 fights, but because the loser gets thrown to one side and don't be used for a while, it means that no one wants to have these 50. Your glasses just fell off there, mate. It means that I heard that. No, it means that these fighters don't want to have these 50-50 fights.
That's the problem in boxing, I think, is that over is so important.
It's so important. Listen.
But then when we all get to
Listen, let's forget O's at the moment, all right, lads? All right, let's forget O's for a little while. All right?
It's all about ones, isn't it?
What I feel, if a lot of prospects are getting to 8, 9 and 0 fighting journeyman, all right, you're going to learn your trade at the start with to be in the ring, but it's like you don't know where you stand. You don't know. You're only fighting someone. There's only so few journeymen that throw things back. The rest of them just sit there and crumble. So how much are you actually learning off these fights? So you know you're getting harder sparring. You know you're doing hard things. So why not be fighting 2 prospects together to see who's the better one or who's the better out of all them prospects? Why not fight each other?
These prospects actually fighting each other in like a Super 6 or like a and when your actual losers do get a chance to redeem themselves, do you know what I mean? Like instead of actually having a loser being like, oh no, you ain't fighting them, or we can't use you for a little while because you ain't earning no more money from there. But it's boxing, isn't it? And it's just fucking, it does ruin the sport. It does ruin the sport in its way, but you know, the cream always rises. That's what I always say, and I think that Jezzy's good enough, and I think I'm good enough, and I think everyone in our camp is good enough to be able to crack on. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. Like I said, you know, when the ball starts rolling through, the ball starts rolling, vice versa.
I think I'll get that breakthrough. I just got to sit tight now, keep working hard, and just wait for the opportunity. You know, I'm still undefeated, so it's not like I've got to. It's not like I haven't. It's not like I've lost as a to journeyman. I haven't
Watch
been
where you're
beaten.
going with that, Jez.
No, yeah, I mean, but some people, but you know when you get to, you know, but people lose when you get to top levels, but you know where you are, you know, and
Yeah, you
they
know
know
your British level,
what
you
they've
know
done
your-
wrong,
yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
But if you're a prospect like who ain't fought for titles and you're getting beat by journeyman, then you know you're not really,
That's when you're
really
struggling.
going anywhere.
That's
But
when you're struggling.
I'm still undefeated. I've just got to just leave it
George
there.
Stroud.
I've just got to.
I didn't want to listen to you when you said that's really strong. I was like,
So yeah, you just. I've just got to wait for my opportunity now, and hopefully, touch wood, I'll get it, and then I'll prove I'll prove to everyone where I stand in title contention.
We are dreaming.